Hey, hey, hey! It's everybody's favorite Toronto Maple Leaf defenseman, Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Because today we are heading over to Toronto and having yet another discussion about their first overall pick. Yeah, I'm totally not jealous. Gavin McKenna is the projected number one name. We spoke yesterday about how Austin Matthews is reportedly excited to play with Gavin McKenna. A pretty big sign that he might be interested in sticking around for one more season, who really knows. But we'll get into some alternatives in this video. Because it turns out, even if Austin Matthews and Gavin McKenna form some sort of an excitement because of the potential they can have together, you could say the exact same thing about Oliver Ekman-Larsson and one Ivar Stenberg. Take a look at this article posted by Robin Olausen on Daily Faceoff yesterday. Oliver Ekman-Larsson says he's trying to recruit Ivar Stenberg to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, yes, that quote, I'm interpreting it way wrong compared to how it's actually being mentioned in the article. I'm doing that on purpose. It's entertainment, folks. But for Austin Matthews to say that he's excited to play with Gavin McKenna, for David Pagnotta to report that in the media 2 days ago, only for Oliver Ekman-Larsson's comments to come out a day later saying, yeah, that Stenberg guy, he's really, really good. I want to bring him here. Let's get that guy to Toronto instead. Obviously, it's not like Ekman-Larsson is slighting Gavin McKenna. It's not like he's going out there to the folks on Daily Faceoff and he's like, yeah, Gavin McKenna, screw that guy. I want to take the Swede instead. Obviously, that's not happening. But there is a fun little idea to dive into here on this article. It'll be linked in the description for your reading pleasure. On Tuesday, the NHL held its lottery to determine which club would receive the first overall pick. The last place Vancouver Canucks, yada yada yada. Okay, that is not going to be relevant here. Stop talking about Vancouver. We're over it, right? We're over it. I'm not over it. Surprisingly, the first overall pick went to the Maple Leafs. Toronto missed the playoffs this season for the first time since 2016. The same year, the franchise won the draft lottery and selected Austin Matthews. Now, the Maple Leafs will once again have the opportunity to make the opening pick. The news was warmly welcomed by Toronto's Swedish defenseman Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who is currently in Sweden participating in the Beijer Hockey Games with Tre Kronor ahead of next week's IIHF World Championship in Switzerland. You probably didn't expect that the night before, OEL told HockeySverige.se. It was only a 9% chance, so it was a fun piece of news to wake up to. It's obviously great for the fans in the city, but also for us as a team. Yeah, you can take your 9% chance and shove it up your, man, yeah, I'm not over it. 22.5% chance the Canucks could have won it, but nope. Hockey gods, damn you, hockey gods. Whom Toronto will select remains to be seen, but many experts believe the decision could come down to McKenna or Stenberg. Stenberg is also representing Sweden at the Beijer Hockey Games. Last week, the 18-year-old enjoyed a breakout performance at the Fortuna Hockey Games, recording 5 points in 3 games, including a goal in his debut. When Sweden faced Czechia on Thursday night, Stenberg continued skating alongside fellow prospect Viggo Bjork and Vancouver forward Linus Karlsson. This time, however, Stenberg was held scoreless as Sweden fell 3-1. Bruh, they really love bringing up the freaking Vancouver okay, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry, I'm just mad, and I'm upset. Like Miles Teller and Whiplash. Alright, so here's the funny part that I wanted to talk about. Stenberg didn't really have the best end to his SHL campaign. Held scoreless in 3 games against Luleå, and he was kind of invisible when his team needed him the most. However, in these games for the World Championships and at various tournaments, he has been getting up there on the board. At this year's World Championships, he's got 5 points in 3 games so far, which is a pretty good mark. I mean, hey, when he's playing with some pretty good players, he can do some good work, and we've already seen that at different tournaments like the World Juniors, for example, he could score 10 points in 7 games and be one of the better forwards in the entire tourney, despite being only 18. That's rare for a guy to go out there and score as much as he did. I think the only other time we saw a draft eligible dominate the World Juniors was, not Connor Bedard. Bedard was like way too good. Not even Gavin McKenna, he was way too good too, but my mind goes to 2016, where we saw Laine and Jesse Puljujärvi go out there and dominate the World Juniors as draft-eligible players as well. I think they led the tourney in points, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, this obviously was not the long-term type of dominance that we thought we were getting out of these guys. Puljujärvi, of course, he ain't in the NHL anymore. Patrik Laine hasn't played a game for Montreal in the playoffs. Stenberg hopefully is different, but of course, we will have to wait a few years to fully determine that. Let's go back over to the article here. Take a look at this. Maybe it was a little step backward. Stenberg told HockeySverige.se, "It was probably my worst game out of these 4 with the national team. For Stenberg, the experience of playing with the senior national team has been an important learning process. It's gone well. I feel like I'm learning new things all the time. It feels good, and it's just fun to be here and play," the 18-year-old said. "I've had great guys around me, and we've supported each other a lot as well. It feels good that I've been able to play freely and continue playing my game here too." That's why you're here, and you dream about the World Championship every day. You just have to keep battling and play as well as you can, then we'll see what happens. Now, I love how Daily Face-Off writer Robin Olausson does the old journalism trick by teasing the biggest piece of info in the title and leaving it in the article till the very end just so you get through the entire piece. Very smart, Daily Face-Off. I love to see it. Oliver Ekman-Larsson spoke about Ivar Stenberg. He's a fantastic player. He really showed that at the World Juniors, which I watched, but also here with the national team, said Ekman-Larsson, who serves as the captain for Trey Cronor. He's not just here to be here. He's here because he belongs at this level and he wants to contribute. I feel the same way about all the junior players here. They don't play like juniors. They just go out there and play. They contribute so much. It's really fun getting to know them, being around them, and seeing them up close. It's fantastic. Even though McKenna is widely considered the favorite to go first, OEL admitted he would not mind seeing his young countryman end up in Toronto. "Yeah, I'm trying to recruit him a little bit," Ekman-Larsson said with a smile as Stenberg walked by in the arena corridors. Stenberg himself said he didn't really pay much attention to the draft lottery. "I was asleep. Of course I saw it afterwards, but it's not really something I follow that closely." He also downplayed any speculation surrounding the teams currently holding the top picks, Toronto, the Sharks, and Vancouver. "I honestly don't know how it'll turn out. We'll see." According to Stenberg, thoughts about the NHL draft can wait. Right now, he only has one goal in mind. He wants to play in the World Championships for Sweden, and he's not thinking about the draft. It's only the World Championships and continuing to stay here and play. That's on my mind. Bruh. This guy does not give a darn. We saw Gavin McKenna watching the draft lottery live from Kelowna. The guy was shivering, it was shaking, it was like, he wants to see where his NHL future is going to be. Fingers crossed it's Vancouver, and I guess for his sake, Calgary, but it ended up being Toronto. Meanwhile, Ivar Stenberg's like, I was asleep. I'm not paying attention to that. I'll pay attention when the draft actually happens. Wake me up when that comes around and I get my future decision made there. But for now, you've got Oliver Ekman-Larsson, a member of the first overall holding Toronto Maple Leafs, trying to recruit Mr. Ivar Stenberg, potentially fulfilling the prophecy that was prophesized by one Frank Saravalli earlier in the week. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. OEL wants Stenberg in a Leafs jersey. How do you feel about that? I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.